as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Herbert off of play action. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Flush to his right. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 14-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Down at the 9.
And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
From the 9, second and 5. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
26 Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
26
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Javon Kinlaw.
He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit for the same.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Packers nothing. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Jets take over first.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Yardage here to the 31-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Again, Herbert.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep it deep.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
This one caught by Ridley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Herbert. The screen pass here to Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It leads to
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On second and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long, it's Herbert. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
fourth down.
They snap it to Herbert. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Second and 8 coming from the 19. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
19-yard line.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Herbert, quick pass out wide. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
On 4th down, Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run. It's Gurley. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 15 yards on the play. First down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down, Packers.
To throw is Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
4-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Third and 2, here's Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They go play action now. Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
In the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Down.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
16 yards of first down.
First down.
Jackson from the shotgun.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Again they run with Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Packers 10, Jets 7.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To the running back.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. No gain on the play.
Herbert off of play action.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25.
That's what it is,
Touchdown, Packers.
To
Andy Isabella, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive first and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Herbert now on second down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
32, the ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Now they'll employ the jumbo set now on second and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Throws us good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return is Henderson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Caleb Chason.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And it's third down. Third and 11.
On third down, Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Thor, that got in there to bring him down.
On now is the Packers punter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. That's pulled in at the 32.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert flushed out right.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Jackson looking to throw on third. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
2 yards.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he completes it to Cohen. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
At the 37.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll drop this one down to Cohen, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Cohen, the ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Eluding the pressure right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
Lamar Jackson. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Operating from the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Herbert.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards.
1st down, Packers.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
Set to kick off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
18-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. 2 important parts to that play. 1, you get a 1st down, obviously. Charles, 2, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field. So they picked up the 1st down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
Hey, you got 3.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
On the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A quick toss outright, and to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they will take a knee here. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.
Back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.